Hello and welcome back to another Monster High video. I'm Carly and today we're taking a look at Honey Swamp from the Frights camera action line. This is what you get once you open the box. Of course you get the lovely Honey Swamp, but you also get a black doll stand and an accompanying black brush. This is just your typical Monster High brush with the skeleton on top and the Monster High logo on the handle, but this won't be getting much use because, as you can tell, this hair is too crazy to be tamed. She also comes with a few filming accessories. She of course has a clapboard and a camera, but we'll get into those later. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at her diary. Her diary is pretty much like all of the other ones that you see in the Frights camera action line. It's this background with a crystalline skull, except her glasses on this are just completely pale pink. So let's go ahead and open it up and take a look. Of course there is that skull on this side like there is in all the other ones, but this is her diary. If you want to go ahead and pause and read at any point, be my guest. So the entire gist of her diary is pretty much just regular old diary entries, like her own stuff having to do with like high school and her filming, but it also gives you a little bit of like context and pretext to the Frights camera action video, which I think is pretty cool. But here is her diary. It's actually a pretty long one. So that's the end of it, and over here is your About Me section, and I actually really like Honey Swamp. Even though we're from completely different sides of the United States, her and I are really similar. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the other accessories that come with her. Let's take a look at the clapboard first. So this just has a little hole on the back where you can stick her little hand through, and you have a few little coffins here with some ooze, some scratches, and Monster High right there. I love the fact that this upper clapper thing has these little teeth, so it functions as one, which I think is really cool. And then on the other hand, we just have her handy dandy camera, and this is so cool. It looks like one of those old-time film camcorders. So you have a little eyepiece here, and there's a whole bunch of these spiderweb designs everywhere on the camera. I think it is so nifty. And then this one also has one of those little handles to put on her hand. I'm normally one to focus on the makeup when it comes to ghouls, but I just cannot ignore this hair, so I have to start with this first or else I would never forgive myself. Oh my ghoul, this is so amazing. I love the way it feels. I love the super tight curls that she has. I like the two-toned, like aqua green color she's got going on. This is just some seriously awesome hair. I cannot get over it. As for her makeup, I am totally digging these lavender brows with the soft pink crease shade and this nice aqua green everywhere else. I'm also really loving this lavender lip, which actually matches her eyebrows. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on her accessories now. First up, we have this hairband that is bringing in some more of that southern charm here with this adorable little pink hat with a flower on it. She also has a pair of earrings. These are just some big silver ones with a small pattern on it. I will bring it up to the camera so you guys can see it a little bit better. It looks like an angry face. And she also has on this beautiful pearl bracelet with some more southern charm just oozing off of her. Speaking of ooze, let's take a look at this pink belt. It's really similar to her hat, but it definitely looks a bit more swamp chic. You've got all of these like hanging moss details and everything, and this thing is removable. As for her clothes, I really love the colors that she's got going on here. You have lavender and that nice kind of like aqua blue green. I just think it's really pretty. But her top is a short sleeve top with a lace collar and a few buttons going down the black ribbon front. As for her skirt, it's this pretty aqua blue satin color, and it's got all these super colossal swampy details and this really neat super jaggedy hemline. And underneath, where you would normally find tulle for a lot of other outfits, there's actually this weird black hair stuff, which makes sense because she is the daughter of the Honey Island Swamp Monster. And for those of you who don't know who the Honey Island Swamp Monster is, he's basically the South's version of Bigfoot crossed with a whole bunch of alligators. So it makes sense. You've got all this weird fur. Okay, so enough with the history lesson. Let's move on to the shoes. You just have these super cute baby pink alligators, and I absolutely love them. You have like that nice spiny thing going around the heel with the tail there. You can actually see the head here. There's a little eyeball and all the teeth. These just take like alligator skin accessories up to the next level. I am so in love with them. Before finishing up, let's take a quick second to look at Honey's freaky flaws. Like I mentioned before, she is the daughter of the Honey Island Swamp Monster, and I for one am really happy that they're actually adding in some good old American folklore in here. But let's take a look at some of those features that make her her. She's got a whole mess of alligator teeth and some alligator eyeballs. She also has this really nifty, like greenish blue skin, and her limbs have these really intricate, like swampy details. She also has some webbing in between her fingers, and I bet she'd have some in between her toes if her mold actually allowed her to have her toes splayed out a little bit, because that is what the Honey Island Swamp Monster has. So there are the little details on the legs too. Overall, I'm just really, really happy with her. I wish that there was a bit more like Bigfoot-ish features to her, but overall I think they did a really good job. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video on Honey Swamp. If you did, make sure to let me know down in the comments below, or with a like, or even by subscribing. Never forget to be yourself, be unique, and be a monster. Now you can watch another one of my Monster High videos, or you can watch one of my other friends' videos. Our pictures are always in the corner like these 4 examples.